everyone. I'm Missy.
And I'm Kyle. And this is We Watch
Winchester.
the reaction series where we cover all things supernatural.
Yeah.
I am a brand new noob. Well, not brand new, but I have definitely never seen these shows before, as Missy, of course,
is the fan. I have seen all of these episodes before, at least one time.
For me, growing up, I was never into scary shows or scary movies, surprisingly to Missy, I'm sure.
Yes.
But, one day I got into, some darker shows like Erie, Indiana, and eventually Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then then Missy introduced me to, of course, this. And it was the best thing I've ever done. And I have loved the experience so far.
Yay. He's
Whereas
one
Missy,
of us. One of us. I've always loved it. Not really. I got into it much later. Some of you already know. Some of you will be hearing this for the first time. I didn't get into it for a very, very long time. And by the time I got up, I was able to start watching it later in life and then pick up with it and start watching it live. So I have seen all of it, all the way through to the finale. Yeah, he already knows. Yeah. He knows that it's finished.
It was all over Entertainment Weekly.
It's hard not to know. So I've seen all of it, and I've loved it. And I'm not going to say anything more than that because we don't want him to know anything. And I hate spoilers.
And this episode is called Repo Man.
Yeah, he knows the titles.
Which is exciting because I both love Repo and Repo Man, which are movies.
I really thought you were going to say I both love Repo and Men. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
That too? Goes without saying. So there's some insight into us. And now let's see some insight into Repo Man.
Yay.
Wait, not now? 4 years ago?
No, not now.
Miss Havelock, you shouldn't have come.
But she did, Sammy. She did.
I needed to see it for myself. After all that tracking, all those hours we spent. I mean, it's one thing to study them in books.
What are we studying in books?
Back when things were simple.
I smell menopause? Well, if it isn't the Wiccan bitch or the West, Miss Havelock, I know you're the one that helped them find me.
Oh my God.
Not in time to save our big girl here, but still.
Demon.
Badge.
Just needed confirmation.
They caught you, you son of a bitch. No more murders.
I'm gonna scoop you out like a pumpkin. You know that. Maybe you should meet the owner of this fleshy temple, a puppy of a man.
Oh, we're gonna do that again? Is he still alive? I doubt it.
Jeffrey?
Would you really trust that?
No.
We're gonna send that demon back to hell.
Okay.
Look, the demon knows where we can find more of his kind.
So, this is starting to feel a little evil.
The things he made me do to those women.
Just letting him know what's
Whatever
happening.
you have to do. And on.
You know, you were right. I like Jeffrey. He's a decent guy. Fact, he just signed off on his temple.
Oh, they wanted permission. That's nice.
His name is Merrick! I swear! You'll find him in New Orleans!
Yeah!
Omnis Mundus Spiritus.
Easy going.
You exercised him. Try not to move, okay? We're almost
Singularly,
done.
we are from the Midwest and stuff, not both of us.
No demon talk in the ER, you understand me? You were mugged.
Okay.
Mugged but
That's
good.
pretty effing brutal.
Thank you. It's nice.
Him again.
Kind of like a men's room with beds.
What do you mean you can't find him? It's Dick Roman. Turn on CNN.
Age, same hair color, body type. The ritual mutilations line up exactly.
Who down there would have let our demon out of the can?
It's the drummer boys. Agents Bottom and Watts, right?
Yeah. You know what, pardon me, what was it? Detective...
Sutton. Oh, no problemo. Detective Sutton.
Sutton?
Sutton, yeah. Hi.
He's helping.
Sad to say,
You saw
case looks
that?
to be open again.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but it might
Same
also.
tools, same cut. Makes sense. I mean, we didn't catch the critter last time, did we?
WiccensWeb.com.
Internet mail order. White magic only.
Nice, smart, good move.
You sure about that?
Careful, it's still drying.
Wow, these are good.
That night in that farmhouse, I was in over my head. I know that now, believe me. I will leave all that to the pros.
You helped track it down.
Have you found Jeffrey yet?
Who?
I appreciate the casting of this
The man
woman.
who the demon possessed. The one you almost beat to death.
That poor bastard.
Some demons tend to be sentimental, don't they? Always go back to the same host if they can.
Do they?
Start.
I want to talk about Cinemax. We're grown men. We pay rent.
Jeffrey,
Okay.
you have something pretty big going down later this morning?
I'm picking her up today.
Is Joshua Jackson
Being a
vibes.
dog. A rescue. Handling it.
Yay!
Such as a bucket of laughs, huh?
I hate that he was smiling. Whenever someone smiles, I immediately am concerned on this show. Dog, it's like, stay away. Danger, danger.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Sorry.
Why do
Just had to
I-
make
why-
sure.
why?
Make sure of what? I pee my pants today?
Listen, Jeff, we gotta talk.
I know what it is.
I was like, who's that? Oh, Lucifer.
Look, I know it must have been, hard.
Do it.
Even listen to yourself. Oh, don't bother.
We're pretty sure the demon that possessed you is back.
He's supposed to be in hell.
Jeffrey, look.
3 more women have been murdered over the past 2 weeks.
No. The last one he killed,
Anna Paxton.
Marjorie Willis. She's the next one on the list.
A list?
What?
What list?
The demon used to recite it all the time, like a grocery list. He burned it in my head, the names of all the women he was going to kill. He said it was his job.
We really helped mess this poor son of a
There's a
bitch up.
demon inside of him.
Look at him. He's got a state-assigned dad.
Okay, just get them to sign in when they sign out.
Oh, and one more thing.
Jeffrey, look, I'm gonna go find Marjorie Willis, keep her on watch, okay?
Don't worry. I'm gonna stay here. Just in case.
We just don't read anymore.
When
When you left me at the ER, I had 3 smashed fingers, 5 teeth out. I lost my job, my health insurance.
That's horrible.
I just started to drink and drift, and I got lost.
So some time has
Some kind of
passed.
mental break.
4 years.
Holding it together?
And now the demon is back.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I mean it. About all of it, you know.
You saved my life. I owe you for it. I know that. I owe a lot of people for getting even this far. If he isn't already circling the next woman, Marjorie, then I think I might know where he is.
Oh, we need to do much more than that, apparently. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Make him go away. Stop looking around and start getting rid of him. Get rid of him. Oh, God. I was hoping it was just an illusion.
Come on, Sam. Pay attention to me. I'm bored.
Civil War buff.
He's very secretive about this place. But after a while, he'd only really sort of cover my eyes when we walked in.
I'm going to be sad if he
Think you
dies
can get us
because
back
of
there?
all this.
Just continue periodicals. That's it.
Libraries are good for some things.
Oh, no. If he gets possessed, I don't want him to kill that dog.
Oh no, I know for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Okay. You just stay here. Don't move. Hey, all right. Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? But you gotta stay still. I'm pretty sure this guy's the boring sort of chubby chaser.
Ah, she's not even chubby.
He's Lucifer.
Leave your
your name, number, and nightmare at the door.
D,
Fair.
where are you? I'm scoping Zero out here.
Not a good sign. Bear in the coroner's report.
Why on earth is he helping?
Our big girls had traces of heavy tranquilizers in their blood. Yeah. But our demon's strong enough to make Fat Betty do whatever he wants to, right? So, why does he need the tranks? Think he's got a bad back? Whatever is going on here, you know that demon's not coming back to kill anybody.
Weird.
This is Special Agent Smith. Please leave your name, number, and a detail.
Big Brother's probably dead.
Shut up.
He said, shut up to me. Cell phone scrambler. Lucy, those are illegal. Think, Sam. Maybe this has something to do with Dean's telephone. Latin. Not suspicious at all.
Demon summoning. Why?
Why? To summon demon, jackass.
I know this handwriting.
Ay, caramba, mi cabeza.
Nora, stop! What is this? Why did Jeffrey have a demon summoning and your handwriting?
Things happening the way he said, the way he planned it.
What plan? And I can make you talk. Do you understand me?
He has my son.
What were you thinking? I mean, why would you even help bring back a demon in the first place?
Not the demon. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey?
Good.
What?
Did you ever think that maybe I loved being possessed? I loved the connection, the power.
This is new.
And I loved him. Love of my life, actually.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
He liberated me, started me on my true life mission.
So you're the one with the thing for all those women, aren't you, Jeffrey?
Back to humans again, huh?
You're a serial killer.
I was nothing before he found me. Too scared to do what I was brought here to do. Too timid to live up to my true potential.
So what happened? Redheaded mommy make you stuffed birds and put on dresses?
You shouldn't trivialize other people's pain.
So demon comes along, writes co-pilot in your skull, teaches you how to kill. That's yours.
For years, every time I'd walk by one of them in the street or see one on my mail route, there's a sound that comes from their brains. Only I can hear it, like an evil little steam whistle. Every time I saw one, I'd follow her, take down her address, but I was never going to do anything, not till he came along. He's the one who saved me, and you sent him to hell.
I kept tabs on Jeffrey after the exorcism. He seemed healthy, put together, except he wanted to know if there was a way to summon the demon back. He said he'd been doing some research. It was mostly nonsense, but he was convinced it was possible.
Yeah, you really knocked the cork out of her pie hole.
I sent him away. I told him to get some more help. The next day, he called me. And he put my son on the phone. He had taken him from his dorm room. I gave him everything. The ritual, the sigils. And then he sent me this. My baby's here. He cut it off because the ritual didn't work.
That demon gave up some serious state secrets.
So finally, I found a summoning spell that would work.
Oh.
And that's when he said I had another job to do.
Which was what?
When you came, I was supposed to send you to Jeffrey. He left a trail of bodies to make sure of it.
Blood of the exorcist?
Strongest summoning I've ever seen. Requires the blood of the exorcist who banished him. Your brother.
New plan. Tracking spell. Bavarian, Egyptian, I don't care. Dealer's choice. Do you want the ear or the kid?
You're giving me the chills.
I realized I was nothing without my demon. Then I decided I have to get him back.
The dog's carrying its cone.
Oh, you sick son of a bitch.
I hate this guy.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I hope they kill him good.
Tines Inferni Salutis!
No.
Hello, Jeffrey.
Winchester. As I live and breathe.
So they're like
What are you
romantic.
doing? I'm thanking you, Jeffrey.
He's just.
What are you doing?
Demon.
This half-dead piece of crap.
It warms my heart to see I haven't forgotten what I taught you.
But he's gonna kill Jeffrey.
Built on it.
Which sucks because
You
I want
captured a Winchester.
the Winchesters to do it.
Jeffrey.
I want to be yours.
So it is.
I'm done with you. My work is finished. You can do everything now. All on your beautiful own.
No.
We don't do no. Remember, Jeffrey. Keep sawing away at your ropes, Penelope Pitstop.
Penelope Pitstop.
We can dance standing up if you want. Looking for the next generation of superstars. All I had to do was loosen the lid on his jar. Show him some practical know-how.
Yeah, what about the kid?
I'll probably burn this meat off on my way to Vegas.
I'm so quiet in this episode because I'm just so like impressed.
I know, it's
with
horrifying.
everything.
You've got to be kidding me.
When did they do that?
You let go of my son.
Oh, she did that.
Where do you keep coming from?
He deserves worse than that, but that's still good.
It's something.
Exorcisamos te. Omnis evoca spirit. Out he
If it wasn't for the trauma, I'd say she should join. She should be a hunter. That poor kid.
Taken from his door.
Psychopath, Sam. That's what they do all the time is act.
Oh, no, Sam. No nap for you, Sammy. Something's definitely different now, isn't it? You let me in. So you think you can use your little tricks to banish me again like that?
Crap.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Damn it. I mean, I knew this was going to happen and I was waiting for it, but...
Asking about that like all season.
I have been. So in a weird way, I'm happy that it's here because I like stories to continue instead of just like never move forward. So I'm happy that this is moving forward, but I'm also like, oh no, this sucks. So if it weren't for the dog killing, I would say this was my favorite episode, but because of the dog, it's okay. That's how much that dog killing really tainted this episode for me because everything was so good up until that point. And I was like, oh, and I was like, at least he's not going to kill his dog. Seconds later.
I mean, that's sort of the defining trait of like sociopaths or like psychopaths, you know? Like that's something that's like, look for this when they're children. There's like different types, right? And one of them is born and one of them is made.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the difference is, but the ones who are born, that's what you're supposed to look for. This one is so interesting to me, right? And I knew I was really curious to see if you were going to guess it because the way that you were talking about him and you're like, I really hope he doesn't die. And I'm like, I know, right? What a
no,
sweet
I
guy.
am way off track the last few here. Like I'm not getting it like I once did, which I genuinely appreciate because it means that the writing is getting better if it's stumping me.
Well, it is interesting because these are the episodes where they're not really facing the Leviathans. They kind of keep writing it off like they have someone else working in the background trying to suss out like where Dick Roman is and like he's on the news and they know the Leviathans are sort of taking over. They're like infesting bodies of celebrities. They kind of keep making jokes about it. Like it's sort of like a back burner thing for them right now because they can't make any forward progress. Like there's nothing they can actively do. So that's why they're taking these other cases. And especially when it's things like, hey, this is our mistake. We have to go fix it. So I understand why they're doing that. At the same time, I feel like some of these episodes and it's so interesting that I'm not mad at it. Like, I don't even care that you've got Leviathans because they do bring it up even when they say, I fear that one day we are going to flash our badges and it's going to be Leviathans. And then they even like jump scare us by like having someone's hand clamped down on them, you know?
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, I mean, the Leviathan as villains, they're great and all, don't get me wrong, but it's the demon stuff that's most interesting. It's the demon stuff that really like anchors the show into what it really is. And I understand why it happened the way it did, because obviously Eric Kripke was trying to end the show. And even I said, this feels like the ending. You know, this feels like it's an ending, because it was technically. It's still a great show. It's just, of course, these episodes are much more interesting because they just are. Because there have been times this season especially where they'll set something up and then immediately they'll resolve it in the next episode. And I really, really hope they don't do that with Lucifer. I really hope they're not just going to be like, it's fixed. And I'll be like, oh, how disappointing. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised just because of how this season has gone so far. I know that in the grand scheme of things, Lucifer is not the villain of this season. I think he should be. Or it'd be a great twist, and I would love it if somehow Lucifer just took out all of the Leviathans since no one else can kill them. Maybe Lucifer could. The dog worked double whammy. The dog worked double whammy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what a sweet guy adopting this cute dog and all this stuff. And he's all like vulnerable and scared. And then he's the bad guy. It was so good.
You could see if he was like a copycat because he was a victim.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. Like, he was always evil.
Yeah.
Like the demon said, the demon just twisted the lid.
And honestly, I know that it wasn't intentional necessarily to mean literally this, but there's no doubt in my mind that it was implied that this character was in love with the demon. Because they danced together. He said, I want to be yours. It's not just a simple, I want you to take over me and possess me, but I truly believe that the killer was in love with the demon.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
It was the first, well, not the first gay moment in this show, but it was the first, for me, it felt the most on the nose of like implied gay moment on this show. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Whether they meant
who you talk to.
Yeah, whether they meant for that or not.
I could totally see that. That's a great point. Because I remember you did ask that during the show, and I was like, no, I don't think that's what it was. But like now that you're saying all that and pointing that out, I can totally see that because, yeah, that would make sense.
And the demon didn't love him.
You also don't know. I mean, it's something like kind of, who knows how to discuss, but we don't know the gender of the demon either because our demons have genders.
That's very true. That's very true. That's very true.
Because all they do is possess meat suits. So, like, at the time.
It's very true. Yeah.
But, like,
yeah. Regardless, in that moment, it felt like one of the few queer moments of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's hardcore the vibe I was getting from that scene. I was like, oh, he's actually in love with him.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Also, like,
why he's infatuated and wants to bring the demon back. Yeah. It's like he had a closer connection, on an emotional close connection, because this demon was literally just touching his soul in every possible way.
And
so
he was
like,
you complete me, like on the utmost level, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be united with me again, almost like marriage.
Yeah, like we are one flesh.
Right. Yeah, there's so many metaphors there. Yeah. Which I love that even more about it, because then the motive wasn't just I'm crazy, but I'm crazy in love. But no, I love this episode. I love the twist. I loved how badass the mom was in this. It was cool to see her step up and be prepared, and she's the one who exorcised the demon, which was awesome.
In the end,
like
she said she was so unprepared back then, and that she's like, oh, I don't know, I'll leave it to the pros. And then she was.
But you never mess with the mother. You never mess with a mother. You don't ever step in the way of a mom, because a mom will be fierce.
Between mother and her child.
And their child. Yeah, no, don't you ever mess with that.
Yeah.
You're messing with some deadly So you're messing with some danger when you do that. Yeah. But that was awesome. I loved seeing the mom in this, and I get really upset with moments when parents suffer for their children. It's not the children suffering, it's the parents suffering for their children. And again, not a father yet, but just the idea that anything like that could ever happen to my not even born child really upset me.
Yay.
Anyways, you know what, guys? As always, this episode was quite indeed super.
I almost got you. Naturally.
Hey, guys. Wasn't this great? I thought so.
I thought it was also great. If you thought it was great, you should probably
do this thing.
Like.
And then do this thing.
Subscribe.
And then do this thing.
Ring the bell to be notified.
And then click that thing.
To be at Patreon.
And watch that video down there. If you want.